I remember a conversation with my daughter about 10 years ago where I was talking about what I would do if I were younger. And when we're young, we respond with something like, well, it's never too late. But I think there's a time in everyone's life when that question is reasonable. But is it always so? Since that conversation nearly a decade ago, I have realized so many things that were once easy are today not so easy. Recently, I turned 61, and I'll have to say, even bending over to pick up a pencil that had fallen on the floor is a lot harder than it was even 3 or 4 years ago. Experiences like this have precipitated many a midlife crisis scenarios in some attempt to freeze in time the last minute of youth when sentiments like, it's never too late, is completely true. I figured it takes me longer today to just pop up out of bed and hit the ground running, but I can still do it. At my age, simple things like standing on one leg without tipping over after a few seconds is pure nostalgia. But can I still ride a motorcycle? And yes, now I can, but for how much longer? When will I park my bike and hang my helmet from that hook in the garage for the last time? Well, not today. Today, I'm going to ride.
I remember talking to Kara when I was 51, and I said, yeah, if I could do it all again, I'd have been a psychologist. And she said, well, it's never too late. I appreciate the sentiment of that, but I'll have to say, no, it's not always true. It is not true. And I've kind of taken this decade, my 60s, to do everything that I might not be able to do in my 70s. And that's why I got this bike as opposed to like some old geezer glide, is I want to feel like I'm young again, right? I'm not saying I'm having a midlife crisis. It's more like a midlife awakening or a realization. And I'm even past midlife. I think in midlife in your 50s? It's insane. I can't believe it. But there are a lot of things that I cannot do at this age than I could when I'm younger. I know you guys are all rolling your eyes like, duh, no shit, Sherlock. But there are small things that never even come up. It's not even a metric when you're talking about the distant future. Will I be able to do this in the distant future? You guys, I could barely clip my toenails for crying out loud. Bending over and leaning, little things like that. Oh, there's just so many of them. I notice nowadays when I'm in the shower and I'm closing my eyes, my balance is like, I can't stand up and close my eyes. My balance is not as good as it used to be. So a lot of things change, of course, when you get older. And so I am grabbing life by the horns, finally, right? No. I mean, when I think back, my 20s, I was just stupid in my 20s in college and just farting around and going to parties and, just typical 20 stuff. And then in my 30s, my daughter was born. I was married and then divorced. Tried to get into graduate school, which I failed to do. It was hard, man. My 30s, it was just It was the worst. It was like the best of the worst. And then my 40s, a little more stable in my 40s. But I don't know. I just feel like so much of my life has been just trying to keep my head above water. But yeah, my goal is to just live as cheaply as possible from here until I die, you know. So my mom, she just lives off of her former husband's IRA, you know. And I was talking to her and going over my budget and everything, and it says, you know what? Once I get my car paid off and this motorcycle paid off, and if I, you know, show a little discipline on Amazon, don't buy everything that I see on Amazon, don't subscribe to, you know, I got a lot of subscriptions that I don't need, but if I just manage it more responsibly, if this AI stuff pans out, I shouldn't have to worry because I'll have universal basic income, a lot of leisure time. I believe it when I see it. You know, I figure. So my dad passed away, 91. My mom is 81. I should be able to make it to, I'm just going to say 80, just because the math is easier. That gives me 19 years to wait for all of these AI breakthroughs to happen, to where I can just be at leisure, do what I want. And I wrote a book, got it published. English major, it was bound to happen. But off of that book, I've only made like $350. It was published in 2019. It's got 4 stars on Amazon. Published by Zimble House Publishers, which is now out of business. But I could always just, you know, not go to work on another novel or something. Actually, I've got like a bunch of little manuscripts started, but then they kind of peter out. But I think that's typical. If you're a writer, you know. I got like 100 notebooks with little quips, ideas and stuff, little anecdotes. And I haven't talked about this fantastic bike I'm on this whole vlog, or where I'm going. I'm just riding for the fun of riding. Out in the countryside in Western Washington. But it says it's 66. It is windy. I think it said 14-mile-an-hour winds. So this little town's called Raymond. Raymond on the Willapa. Or Willapa. Here we go. Look at those beautiful hills and those trees. It's just awesome. It is glorious. I'll escape and I cannot focus. Can do no wrong. You can get whole again. Wow, look at that, you guys. This is so beautiful. 30 miles to Westport. No wrong. I have a bunch of loops saved on my GPS, and this is the first one that I've done this season. Stellar views and great rides. And you know what? I bought a drone and I've flown it 3 times, crashed it 2 out of the 3. But I'm breaking that out for the summer too. Practice that. Well, since I'm so close to the ocean, it's windier here than it is like in Olympia and Seattle. And I'm paranoid that it's just going to scoop up my little drone and I'll never see it again. Or it'll hang it up in a tree or on a roof somewhere. I don't want that. Oh, now it's 55. Wow. We're just speeding. This is pretty. This is like the wilderness. You know, it's like when Lewis and Clark did their expedition westward, they just came at the wrong time of year. Because they certainly have a different opinion if they had landed, you know, in the late spring or any time in the summer. Dang, that crosswind's not happy. I'm going slow. Oh, that looks like a good swimming spot when it gets hot. There's already one I know of, a good swimming spot. Whoa! How come the trees aren't blowing with these gusts? Trees are still... Oh, I get it, yeah. It's a conspiracy. The wind decided, oh, let's just get that guy on the bike. Let's fuck with him. Actually, it's not bad. I've been in worse. It's just when a big gust comes out of the blue, you know. Beautiful, you guys. Da, 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 da. Pretty. There are a lot of good clams in there. Wow, how beautiful. What a great day for a ride. I love this song. Try to sing it for you. You guys want that? I don't know all the words. I just make up sounds. I can turn it up though. I'll do that. Oh, come on. Where's the little... Oh, there we go. Nope. There we go. It's Naive by the Kooks. He knows I'm fond of asking. Pretty, pretty. Woo! happy.